This coming after China's biggest aluminium producer offered to buy SouthGobi Resources. It's $930 million US, the consideration here. Chalco is saying that the price is at a premium of 28% compared to SouthGobi's Canadian close on Friday. SouthGobi is mostly owned by Ivanhoe Mines, and Chalco says that this offer is good until the 5th of July. So how likely is a deal? Well, let's get it from the horse's mouth, as it were. It's SouthGobi's president and chief executive, Alexander Molyneux. Alexander, thank you very much indeed for coming in. First of all, yay or nay?
Well, there's no yay or nay yet. We have a special committee that's being formed of our independent directors at SouthGobi level that will opine on the offer. But Ivanhoe Mines, which owns almost 58% of SouthGobi, has entered into a lock-up agreement with Chalco. So if Chalco's offer goes forward, Ivanhoe Mines will tender all their shares. I think that sort of makes it a little more likely.
You must have a gut feeling about this, though.
Well, look, the gut feeling is it's probably going to happen because Ivanhoe has a lock-up. So, well, actually, it's almost certainly going to happen as long as the regulatory approvals happen and go forward. The question is whether SouthGobi's special committee will recommend it or not. But it's only a takeover, it's a proportional takeover for only 60% of the company. So it doesn't really change a lot for us. Instead of having a big brother Ivanhoe at 58%,
big brother Chalco instead.
Big brother Chalco at 60%. And you might say that there's a lot more synergy having a Chinese state-owned enterprise as our major shareholder as opposed to having a very well-known exploration resource development company.
Why so?
Well, the key point for us is we are already in production. Last year we sold 4 million tonnes of coal to China. By 2015 or 2018, we could be doing 15 million tonnes of coal, 18 million tonnes of coal. To do that, we need a lot of logistical support on the Chinese side of the border. We need to efficiently move our coal on the Chinese railway system. So that's going to be very important, having a strong Chinese partner.
Yeah.
They have agreed a cooperation agreement with us, which under that agreement they will provide some very specific synergies, including they will offtake all of our production for 2 years that we don't sell to other customers. They will also provide us support to get electricity at our mine site, which will reduce our cash costs of production quite significantly. So it's a good thing for SouthGobi as an ongoing publicly listed company.
Let's talk a little bit about what this means in a wider context. It means that they see demand for coal, of course, being very strong, and of course coking coal made used in making steel. So they must see a fairly robust steel price in the future. What do you think?
Well, it's more. I think it's more of a specific commentary on coking coal itself, because the one thing about that people miss, I think, in China is, of course, the steel industry is growing and it will continue to grow, particularly in the inland west, where you have a very low steel intensity of use, and our coal is closer to those regions of China. But regardless, Chinese coking coal is becoming much more difficult to find and grow. So their cash costs are very high. A number of the major coking coal producing provinces are actually lowering their coking coal production. So regardless what happens to steel, China needs to import more coking coal.
Right. Well, let's just talk about, actually, if I talk to you in, let's say, 8 months from now, what will the composition of your board be like compared to what it is now?
Well, if we assume the deal is consummated, and current timetable would look like it would close about August, I would imagine that Chalco would replace the Ivanhoe Mines directors. So today we have a board of 8 directors, 2 of which are Ivanhoe Mines directors. And I think it would be likely that they would replace those. I think it would be likely that our board remains composed mostly of independent directors, but that's obviously a matter for Chalco in consideration.
Are you going to be the boss still?
Well, they want me to be the boss, so they've signed agreements which will retain us for some time. So, all their language to us and in their own announcement is to retain management. So,
okay, very quickly as well. What about prices of coking coal? Have you got a forecast on those?
Yeah, I think. I think the market for coking coal was very weak in October and November last year. It certainly in the first quarter has stabilised. We find that the demeanour among our customers has got very strong over March and early, even today and yesterday, just the shipping demeanour and the discussions around increasing volumes going forward. So I think the price will be increasing through the second half of the year.
Alexander, thank you so much for stopping by here. Alexander Molyneux there, joining us. He's SouthGobi Resources President and Chief Executive.